The scene shifts to Jin, arriving at the gate of the Runkandel mansion. Pedro greets him with a respectful bow. We have been awaiting you, young master. This is my first time welcoming you. I am the second servant. It must have been difficult for you to get here. I respect that. Welcome to the main Runkandel mansion, the Sword Garden. The Sword Garden, those who have contributed to the prosperity of Runkandel will be honored to plant their sword in this garden. In other words, this place is a symbol of dreams and the honor of all Runkandel members. Jin walks coldly through the Sword Garden. It was once a dream to plant his own sword here before dying. The past me was weak and without potential, a person who was neither a leader nor intelligent. Why was I so foolish, thinking that just trying hard would change everything? This time, Jin looks up at the castle before him. In this priceless place, I will live a meaningful life. He enters inside. Greeting Jin are his parents and siblings, the woman nicknamed Black Panther Elsa. Runkandel, the matriarch of the Runkandel family, looks at Jin with cold eyes. It's been a long time, youngest son. Jin politely responds, yes, mother. Rosa snorts coldly. That look in the black cat's eyes. At this moment, it meets the sharp, cold gaze of the family head Karen. He speaks, did you pick up a wild animal, son? Jin cheerfully strokes the cat and calmly replies, I adopted it. Father. Karen is quite surprised by Jin's answer. He strokes his chin lightly. Instead of picked up, you say adopted it. That's good because you're speaking properly. Indeed, when Runkandel receives something. This is the appropriate response? Hearing these words from Karen, Jin feels a chill, because he senses that there seem to be many eyes focused on him. Rosa bends down to stroke Jin's black cat. Son, what's this child's name? Jin replies, her name is Butterfly Runkandel, mother. Rosa is surprised by Jin's answer. Not only Rosa is surprised, but everyone present is equally shocked. What? Father, even if it's small, that's not acceptable? Daring to add the Runkandel name to such a lowly animal. Julie, how did you raise the youngest? How dare a cat? Julie stammers in fear. I'm sorry. Siren clears his throat to calm everyone. Then he turns to look at Jin. Youngest son. Why did you add the Runkandel name to this cat? Jin places his hand on his chest and politely responds, because that way, I will take responsibility for her. She may just be an animal, but as the first life I adopt, I think her name needs value. Karen is quite surprised by Jin's answer. That's amazing. But youngest, the weight of the Runkandel name. Do you understand it? Jin confidently replies, yes, I understand it very well. If anyone insults Butterfly, I will make them pay. Karen gently strokes his sword. Youngest, it seems you have a talent for making enemies. Look at how your siblings are staring at you. Jin smiles faintly. It seems so. However, I also have a talent for eliminating enemies. Father. Karen suddenly laughs loudly, a rare smile on the face of the head of Runkandel. This child has appeared. All of you should be worried, if you want to deal with this insolent youngest son. With those words, Karen turns and leaves, leaving Jin with the resentful eyes of his siblings. Time flies by. 4 years have passed. Early summer 1794, Jin Young Candle is now 14 years old, a 2-star low-level knight apprentice. He's standing talking to his trainer. Young master, we will end your training session. The youngest here. You've worked hard. Jin doubts. We're only training in the morning? The trainer replies, no. Lady Luna has training plans today. You probably forgot. This person is Garen Anton Mia, Runkandel guard apprentice, low-level trainer. Jin places his sword on the rack. That's right. I'll go eat something. Karun says, today. Are you planning to eat with the other apprentices? Matriarch Rosa seems quite disappointed. Jin sighs audibly. It doesn't matter. I don't want to join the staring contest. With my siblings during meals. Garen hears this and responds. Understood. I'll report to her. While Jin is sitting alone, a voice rings out. Young master, I brought food for you. Jin replies, thank you, Beolok. Belalop smiles. It's nothing, young master. This girl is Bellasmith, Runkandel guard apprentice, directly under the low-level class. Jin glances at Belalop devouring the food. Deliciously. Bellasmith, 13 years old, commoner. After the training period, he faces expulsion from the apprentices and being chased out. Jin looks at Belalop. Is it that good? Belalop turns to look at Jin. Yes, as if pulled out by Jin's question. Jin stands up abruptly. Of course. I'm always grateful to the Runkandel family. Thanks to that, I get to eat this incredibly delicious meat. And I'm also grateful to the young master, who always shares meat with me. Before Belalop can finish, Jin speaks up. Enough, stop. You said the same thing yesterday. Did you memorize it? Belalop rubs his head and smiles awkwardly. Belalop, You need to learn to control yourself. With maturity, the truth is, you're always rambling like this, making others look down on you. Bellalop doubts Jin's words. Is that so? Jin looks at Bellalop with a stern gaze. Yes, straighten your back and be confident. Be confident that you are a night guard apprentice of Run Kendall. Bellalop timidly says, but my scores are terrible. I can't even reach 1 star. Hearing this from Bellalop, Jin sighs helplessly. Becoming a Run Kendall apprentice is not easy at all. No matter how low your scores are, you're still better than other 13-year-old kids. Outside, understand? Bellalop replies, yes. Jin watches Bellalop, eating diligently, thinking inwardly, his personality is too naive. Saying he was targeted by my family isn't an exaggeration, but how can someone so innocent be taught the path of a master swordsman after becoming a loyal dog of the Empire, begin walking the path of ruthless killing? When I heard he became a royal guard, I was very shocked. And when I heard he committed suicide, I was heartbroken. If I ignore Bellalop, Jin uses his fork to pick up his meat portion and puts it in Bellalop's tray. Bellalop startles. Ah, young master. Jin doesn't let Bellalop say more. I'm not hungry, you can eat it for me. Hearing this, Bellalop's face lights up looking at Jin. Young master. Jin looks at the innocent and naive Bellalop before him, thinking inwardly, I must ensure this time you won't be expelled. Once. Living in misfortune and dying is more than enough. After lunch, Jin walks alone down the palace hallway. He is silently calculating. Dark energy release is 2 stars, mana is 4 stars, swordsmanship is 2 stars. Quite favorable, if I continue like this. I can reach 3-star swordsmanship within 2 years. But before that, the scene shifts to Jin now standing before Luna to prepare for the training session. Luna closes her eyes. With a majestic demeanor, she softly says, my dear little brother, today's training will be like yesterday's. However, you will have to defend in a different way. Jin replies, I understand, big sister. Luna begins to guide Jin. Little brother, use your mind's eye. Look with your mind's eye. On the surface, Jin appears very serious following Luna's words, but deep inside, Jin is very doubtful about what's happening. I guess I have to overcome this kind of training that I've never heard of before. Luna says, look with the eye of your soul. For those who live to sharpen their blade, obtaining the soul's eye is more important than anything. Luna repeatedly reminds Jin not to open his eyes. Although Jin is following what Luna says, his mind is distracted. The soul's eye realm, that only knights above 7 stars can achieve. But sister is teaching it to someone like me who's only 2 stars. Not only that, a normal soul's eye is achieved through aura allocation. But since I can't use aura during training, I can't understand it. Jin grips his sword tightly, encouraging himself. No, I choose to trust sister. I'm sure she has some intention. And focus on the training. I believe one day, I can understand this exercise. It takes quite a long time for the training session to end. Removing the sternness from training, Luna encourages Jin. You did well today too, Jin. You can go back now. Jin shyly places his hand on his neck and replies, thank you, Luna. Luna recalls Jin's image during training, thinking, as expected, I knew he would do well, but he always exceeds my expectations. He shows concentration and memory, very rare in a 2-star knight. With your potential, sister is sure you will understand it soon. In just a few years, Luna watches Jin's back with affectionate eyes. Keep growing, my little brother. The scene shifts to the apprentice's training session. Garen stands before Jin. Welcome, young master. They all look very tense. I'm sure they are. Garen turns to face the apprentices. Gathered neatly below, he raises his voice. This match takes up a large part of the final score. A good score is a shortcut to becoming a guard knight. So I'm sure you're all anxious. After speaking, Garen turns to look at Jin and softly says, today is also an important day for you, young master. Jin turns to look at Garen with a puzzled face. Garen continues. The old bride said, if you defeat 10 higher level people today, you can join the mid-level training group at the start of next year. Jin coldly replies, mother said that? Good news then. Jin turns toward the gathered apprentices, looking at Bellalop, who is trembling now. Bellalop is at it again. Bellalop's pathetic appearance due to fear now makes Jin sigh audibly. I'll measure so he doesn't get expelled, but he should be more confident. Garen raises his voice to steady the apprentices. Attention! Today everyone will fight 3 times and switch partners each time. The 10 most outstanding winners will fight one-on-one with young Master Jin as soon as Garen finishes. All the apprentices shout in unison, yes! Instructor. The matches between apprentices begin. Jin stands outside observing the fights, evaluating them. They didn't become apprentices for nothing. After assigning the pairs, Garen turns to look at the remaining people. Those not selected, return to your places. Yes, sir. Then Garen turns to look at Jin. Prepare, young master. Jin coldly replies, all right. Jin successively easily defeats his opponents. 10, huh? I've got 8 at best. So I just need to defeat 2 more. To do that, the one I need to watch is interrupting Jin's thoughts. Garen shouts loudly, next, prepare. A girl with long pink hair grips her sword tightly in her hand, with confidence clear on her face. She gradually approaches Jin. Please take care of me, young master. This girl is Mesa Milk Kano, an apprentice. Run Kendall Guard Knight, regular group. Jin looks at Mesa. Mesa Mukano, a noble, will become a guard knight after passing all apprentice processes in the future. Mesa raises her sword high into a ready stance with a confident face. Today, I will defeat you at all costs. Jin is quite amused by Mesa's confidence. The match with Mesa is the most important in this test. Jin smiles faintly. All right. I'm looking forward to it. Then both charge at each other. The blows both sides deliver carry immense power, even though they're fighting with wooden swords. But the power is too great, causing collisions to create large bursts of light. Watching Mesa's fighting style, Jin thinks, Mesa, she's stronger than before, but not to the point I can't defeat her. The problem is I have to defeat 8 more after her. If so, Jin continuously strikes Mesa's sword, making Mesa a bit panicked. Why is he attacking so simply when he's already shown all his techniques? I'm sure he's doing it on purpose. But why? The sword in Mesa's hand trembles due to her anger now. Mesa looks at Jin's expression and strikes, thinking inwardly, no way. Is he looking down on me? Thinking that today I still can't defeat him. Thinking this, Mesa grips her sword tightly, raises her voice. Fine. Let's try, young master. Mesa angrily swings her sword repeatedly at Jin. The apprentices standing outside watching are stunned by the intensity of the fight. The blows from Jin and Mesa become increasingly damaging. Mesa encourages herself. I won't be pushed back anymore. This time, I'll surpass the young master. Mesa gathers strength and jumps high, delivering a strong blow down on Jin's sword. But beyond Mesa's imagination, Jin easily blocks Mesa's move. Not only that, he even breaks Mesa's sword in half, sending it flying into the sky. Mesa looks at her broken sword in panic, frozen in place. Before Mesa can do anything more, Jin points his sword at Mesa's neck. Good match, Mesa Mukano. Then, Jin withdraws his sword and coldly says, though it's useless anyway. Mesa looks down at the sword in her hand. I can't believe it. He attacked the same spot on my sword. With those strikes, our endurance and strength are the same, but I lost to precision and persistence. How can that happen? Though he is also a child of Run Kendall. Mesa approaches Jin. Young master, I will train diligently and definitely defeat you next time. Mesa reminds herself. I can't keep losing like this. Jin thinks everything is according to plan. Like me now. It's hard to directly confront 10 apprentices, though my amazing victory over Mesa has made them misunderstand that they'll lose if they fight directly, due to the apprentice's unstable mentality. So Jin easily defeats the remaining opponents after Mesa. Jin looks at the fallen opponent with this 10. Thank goodness, everything went according to plan. Garen approaches Jin and says, well done, young master. With this, you can be trained by a real Run Candle. In the mid-tier group, next year, congratulations in advance. Jin replies, thank you, Garen. Please take care of me until then. Garen looks at Jin and says, it's almost mealtime. We've finished the morning training. Jin hesitates. How much longer? Garen wonders upon hearing this. About 10 minutes. Why do you ask? Jin coldly replies. I still have to face one more person. Garen doubts. Who? Jin approaches the rack, picks up a sword, then he shouts loudly. Bellasmit! Bellalop standing there, hearing Jin call his name, startles and stammers. Young master, me? Me? Jin softly says, step up, let's fight. Bellalop hesitates. But before Bellalop can finish, Jin shouts to interrupt, Bellasmeet. Jin points his sword at Bellalop. You can't survive in Candel like this. Step up. Step forward and fight me. I will defeat you. The footsteps filled with heaviness, trying to step forward with difficulty. This heaviness is certainly not from the iron armor he's wearing on his body, but from his current state of mind. Bellalop is dejected and struggling, dragging his wooden sword toward Jin Run Candel, under thousands of eyes behind his back watching him, while Jin stands there, with a very majestic demeanor, waiting. After a while, Bellalop reaches a certain position, and he starts raising his sword into a fighting stance, but his body still trembles non-stop. Why did the young master choose me? Is it because I'm weak? So, I can help him improve his military skills? Seeing Bellalop's somewhat awkward, fearful appearance, Jin speaks with a face, without a ripple of emotion. Bellalop, hearing the young master call his name. Bellalop startles and stands straight rigidly, to the point his disheveled blonde hair stiffens. He says loudly, Yes, young master. His anxious reaction has made his teammates behind burst into mocking laughter. Jin's tone rises, both caring and slightly sarcastic. I feel quite tired after fighting 10 people. But you're different. You look fine, huh? But I'm still stronger than you. That's why I want to fight you. Bellalop hears this, reflexively raises his sword straight in front of him, stammering. What do you mean? Before finishing the sentence, Jin Run Candle, like a blazing flame, charges fiercely toward Bellalop. The surrounding scenery also turns red, due to the influence of Jin's power, attacked suddenly. But Bellalop quickly uses his sword to block a strong blow. Bellalop also quickly uses all his strength to push Jin back, but right after that, his feet grip the ground to hold steady. Then he shows awkwardness again. Young master, why are you? Jin remains silent without saying anything and continues charging at Bellalop to attack. This time, it seems he uses a stronger force to fight. Bursts of light from the attacks and defenses of these two people keep appearing and flowing out like electric currents. The sword fight continues with great difficulty as Jin keeps attacking non-stop. Bellalop only blocks the blows without counterattacking at all. This resilience also makes Jin open his mouth to praise with admiring eyes. Good blocking. Bellalop, like a hunted sheep, still trembles, looks into his eyes and replies, "Thank you." Bellalop also doesn't let Jin get too close for long, but quickly swings his sword to push Jin back. The pushing force from Bellalop also sends Jin flying a distance. Jin has to stab his sword into the ground to avoid being thrown farther. When the sword tip friction with the ground, it accidentally flings up stones and creates sparks. That alone shows Bellalop's counter strength is no joke. Jin also takes that opportunity to kick up stones and dust toward Bellalop, causing him to lose direction, reflexively covering his eyes, unconsciously stepping back. Jin seizes the chance to spin on the ground, decisively kicking Bellalop's leg. That decisive and unexpected kick has made Bellalop unable to defend and fall down painfully. He groans, trying to suppress the physical pain, trying to stand up, but his eyes are already tearing up. Bellalop now seems shrunken under Jin's large shadow. He trembles, looking up at Jin. Young master, why did you do that? Jin's voice rises arrogantly. You think simply that I called you here just to fight? I want to fight you, so I could kill you already, under the sunlight shining horizontally. Jin points his sword straight at Bellalop and says cold words, with eyes showing no fluctuation. Seeing Bellalop still not up, Jin orders, "Stand up. I'll go easy only once." And Bellalop now also grips his sword tightly in his hand. He tries to use the sword to prop and stand up. Everyone around seeing this discusses. Some fear for Bellalop. Some want him to stand and fight to the end. The discussions have made the stands more lively. At first, Bellalop now starts showing his power. The sword in his hand seems to receive full power, glowing golden mysteriously. Everyone outside seeing this is extremely astonished. Mesa shouts, "That is aura!" Looking at Bellalop now completely different from before. He looks much stronger, surely. The golden lights emanating from the sword give a majestic feeling from Bella. Mesa, with panic and worry, turns to the teacher. "Teacher, we need to stop this match right now. If it continues, the young master will be in danger." The teacher also can't hide his surprise. Before he can speak, Jin's voice booms. "Sword instructor Garen, enter Mia. This is an order. What you're seeing today? Carry it with you until you go to the grave." Every word Jin says exudes killing intent. His eyes are very cold, not glancing at Mesa and teacher Antonia even once, but staring straight ahead. Those eyes have become brighter blue. Teacher Antonia can only helplessly. "I understand." While Mesa beside is still dazed and fearful, only nodding repeatedly. Her beautiful golden bangs. Bellalop looks up with a face full of wounds. "Is this really what you want, young master?" Unlike Bellalop's respect, Jin replies boredly, "Yes. If you know how to use aura, don't back down." He raises his sword with a cold face, having endured from the beginning until now. Bellalop starts gritting his teeth, preparing to show his ability. "You've made a mistake, young master. If you want to fight me, then you should have fought me first." As he shouts, Bellalop raises his sword high and charges. The light of power follows the path of his sword shining brightly. His eyes now have turned an emerald green, containing both hatred and resilience. Bellalop delivers a powerful blow straight at Jin, but Jin nimbly blocks it with the sword. But through the light burst and hair flying, Jin also sees how powerful this attack is. And it's this attack that breaks Jin's sword, the fragments on the sword surface. Bellalop still exhales Nava's breath, ending the first strike. Bellalop lands in a solid and beautiful stance. In contrast, Jin, due to the broken sword and lost momentum, by inertia, retreats strongly backward.